to do something different than he did last game. He can't be individually charging and shooting rail when he shouldn't.
Okay, so we're already starting. Both players actually spawned right next to each other then, and both went in towards that red armor room. Av3k coming off the worst as Toxjq takes the lead. Red armor, I think, was picked up by Av3k there at the start, by Toxjq, I mean. So, you know, things going well already for Toxjq. He's also got that mega health, so great start for him.
I mean, he picks up the first frag there, and he's kind of pressuring Av3k now, but Av3k using some real good LG work actually takes Toxjq down only to... Well, he's on 99 health, but he's taken away all his armor, and Av3k now taking that 50, putting him up to a healthy 83 health. He's going to be moving in. He's moving in on Toxjq now. Hits one rocket, two, but Toxjq flicks him up against the wall and turns that situation completely 180. And now Toxjq jumps towards the mega, takes it, and he's in a real good position as Av3k is in the railgun area, and he has no weapons whatsoever. And Toxjq, as you saw, took away that railgun before leaving, but then Av3k knew that, so he went rushing into RA, which he's got. So Toxjq did nice taking away the railgun, but Av3k countered it with positioning and actually got on the red armor, and now it's Av3k that's pushing Toxjq out of the next power-up, which is going to be the yellow.
Yeah, so 84 health, 85 armor for Av3k at the moment, which is a lot healthier than Toxjq. He's only sat there on 70 HP, no armor whatsoever at the moment. That red armor just about to spawn, and he's going to indeed pick that one up. Pretty uncontested, a couple of rails coming his way from down in that grassy area there by Av3k. And Av3k looks like he could get that mega health. Almost was knocked away from it though. He did get hit with one of Toxjq's rails there, and Toxjq going to work with the LG is going to make it 3-0 as well as Av3k just drops off that mega health platform. Looks like the conversion coming in here as well, if he plays things right, which he does, and then picks up that yellow. So Toxjq started off really nicely here and got a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, Av3k hasn't tried to slow the game down yet. He's let Toxjq's got the frags, and Av3k's been kind of fighting back, you know, as best as he can. So at the moment, he's just gone, you know, giving him 4 frag lead at the moment. The way he's playing, he doesn't want to be too aggressive. Like, he's moving in on Toxjq now, shoots a rocket at him, but he's on a yellow armor platform, so he's got the height advantage again. Makes a jump across the mega, and Toxjq's kind of out of the RA, you know, out of the mega and yellow armor position at the moment. So he's going to want to just take that RA before he can actually do anything. But Av3k moves into the RA and takes that, and then Toxjq's got the yellow. So Av3k's in a real good position here, and we know he's got a lot of speed. We know he can get a lot of momentum, and he's got rocket launcher in hand and 100 LG, so he should be able to make something of this if he plays it right.
Yeah, so far so good for Toxjq, but it's looking like Av3k could come back into this one, and like I say, stacked up quite nicely here. Just lost a little bit of his armor there, and you can see that he's not actually got any rockets. He's not switched out, so I'm not sure if he's realised just yet that he's out of that ammo, but he's going to pick up that red once again, so that's twice in a row now that he's had that red, which is going to make a difference.
Yeah, surely. I mean, at the moment, Toxjq's kind of setting up in the defensive position. So we see a fight going on here. Av3k on the lower levels, but using that LG really nice, pushes Toxjq away, leaving him only on 40 armor. He's pretty happy with his health at the moment, but as Av3k moves into the RA room, he's still at the bottom, and Toxjq's on top, and Av3k's splash damage is really good here. He's actually aiming, hits a really nice railgun on Toxjq. Toxjq's now almost stripped of all his armor. He manages to get the 50, but it's definitely advantage to Av3k, but Av3k having the wrong weapon out, and Toxjq's LG just ripping through him, but Av3k managing to hit that railgun, spamming rockets up, and takes Toxjq out, making his first frag after 4 minutes. And I mean, he needs to keep this momentum up. He did really good fighting there. He was on the lower levels. He used a good LG, a really nice rocket spam, and we see him again, and it's Toxjq with the 3 shotguns to the face. That's going to be devastating for Av3k.
That's pretty lucky there. He shot him with a huge shotgun blast right as he was jumping off, and hit him away from the red armor, then hit him again, and Av3k wasn't able to get close to it at all.
Yeah, so Av3k in trouble once again here, and Toxjq is going to put
2 health.
5 points up. It does not have a lot of health, like you say. He picked up that 50 HP on his way to the red room, but then obviously just decided to change around as he saw Av3k was there, and Av3k in the meantime has managed to bring this back to 4 points and pick up the red once again. And he's going to go hunting now and see if he can keep on top of these pickups. Obviously Toxjq has picked up that mega health, so that's something that Av3k doesn't have for another 30 seconds or so. Here comes Toxjq going quite aggressive here into Av3k, at least pushing him away from that red room. And about 5 seconds or so, that red will be up. It looks like Av3k is going to go back in there and try and challenge for it, though. Toxjq just coming over the edge, and Av3k getting a good couple of rockets off, and actually was lucky there. 11 HP left as he took Toxjq down, makes it 6-3. And for this next fight, it's probably going to be in a little bit of trouble. He does have that red armor, don't forget, and now Toxjq has taken a bit of damage as well from that last rocket blast.
Yeah, and Toxic was looking for the classic Sturmy railgun shot there. I think he was even doing the Sturmy crouch as well, which is a trademark which he does on all his railgun shots, but missing it. And now Avic's pushing into the RA room. Toxic doesn't have the amount of armor, and certainly he had the aim of Avic, but it was always a disadvantage, giving Avic the next frag. And that's 4-6, only 2 frags in it, and Avic seems to have control, and Toxic is no armor and just looking for everything he can, even though hitting a nice railgun there.
Yeah, chasing down again is Avec, and actually got hit with that rail. Only 17 armor, but he's not going to give up yet. And as he pokes out, Toxic waiting, had that rail primed, and he managed to blow Avec away.
I think that's his second trio. I think that was like 3 shotguns in the face and 3 rails in the face. I mean, I don't know if you can class that as lucky or just well played, but it does seem that he was using his aim and knowing that Avic was looking for the shots as an aggressive player. Toxic just reversed it on him and said, well, you're looking for the shots, how about this? So good job on Toxic there, but we'll see if, Avic had a nice spawn, he's got the RA, he's going to be testing for it again now, but Toxic on the top level doesn't want Avic in. Avic using LG versus LG at the moment. It's Toxic who backs on to the RA, and now Avic's going to play defensive in the yellow armor room. He doesn't want to let Toxic in with full force to actually pick up that Mega, but he can't challenge for Mega almost himself. He needs to get the yellow armor, and it's Toxic who jumps across and takes the Mega, misses it. Rocket jumps back up, and he's looking for a railgun shot, almost hits, sorry. And now he's going to be moving on into the RA, so he's in the advantage, Toxic.
Okay, so that red armor is going to come up any second here, and Toxic managing to get the LG kill. On 30 HP I had left after that little battle, so could have been in a bit of a nasty position, just ducking out the way of that rail. Great play by Toxic, but aggressive play there from Avec, pushes straight over the top and finishes him off. Then you get the conversion there with the rail down just below that Mega Health platform, which is about to come up in about 6 seconds or so. We'll see if Avec goes for red armor or that Mega Health, and another rail. Absolutely on fire is Avec with that rail gun. Just taking a look at 46% rail, not too shabby.
I mean, you couldn't ask for better spawns as a professional player, especially against Toxic as well. I mean, his rocket timings, they actually landed just as Toxic spawned, so there was nothing he could do to avoid that. But I mean, again, Avec had a lot of momentum. Toxic has now slowed it down. I just want to see Toxic keep playing that game he was playing before and not let Avec get his stride, and that's how he's going to win, if he just stops him in his stride.